It's me, Dee Sparta, and welcome to my channel. Wow, it's been a long week. Mercury retrograde kind of hit me and my technical setup, and I had recorded a video, but there was no sound, even though I had tested beforehand. And right now I'm watching my audio input to make sure everything is actually working according to plan. Let's see here. Today we are going to be doing the topic of Jamie Lynn Spears and her new book and the controversy that has risen up because of all this. She's done some interviews. She's done a podcast. She's had some backlash. Britney has had something to say about this. So yeah, we'll get into that. This week, I saw on Discovery Plus Originals, they're doing, they went to where, you know the movie Scream? Scream 5 is out. Yay, hooray. Okay, I love the Scream movies anyway. I haven't been able to see Scream 5 yet. I can't wait till I get to. But the Scream movies came from the Gainesville Ripper, which is a true story, and I've done a reading on that previously here on this channel. I will put a link in the card up above. And there was something interesting because you see, the killer believed that he was possessed by what he would call Gemini. Now, when I did the reading, I realized that it came real clear that this demonic entity was not given a name and was refusing to give the name. And I had even said this, he's not going to get, we don't know his name. And I was real intrigued when I was watching the story, when I was watching Scream, the true story on Disney Plus, Discovery Plus. Yeah, I'll get all my pluses right. All these streaming services. But when the psychic medium kept asking, what is your name? Who are you? Are you Gemini? And the response was demon. He wouldn't give a name. This entity would not give the name, insisted just demon. That gave me chills because that's exactly what I felt too. It was like, this being does not have a name, isn't going to give a name. It was creepy. But there were things that I saw in this true story that really, kind of resonated with what my reading did. So I thought that was kind of cool. But anyway, we get into this whole Jamie Lynn Spears. She just came out with her book. What is it? Like, things I should have said or whatever. I'll get to the title later. But yeah, because the title's changed. There was even controversy with the title, the original title of the book. And that didn't go so well. So she's had to change things up. And she's been questioned about the timing on this book. And Jamie has been caught in what appears to be like some deception, some lying, maybe not giving full story. It's just, and blaming, a lot of victim blaming. That's what I've been seeing, and she's been getting a lot of backlash. So we're gonna get into all this, and I'm gonna give you a little backup on Jamie Lynn Spears and this controversy that she's gone through. And it seems like she, won't stop, but hopefully, maybe she will soon. There was a cease and desist put out by Britney's attorney. That doesn't seem to go too well with Jamie Lynn Spears and her attorney. They're kind of like, excuse me, what about you? Kind of an attitude. We'll get into all that, all right? So, if you want to get more into this juicy story, stick around with me, alright? But if you just want to jump on ahead and get to that psychic tarot reading, not a problem. I have those chapter links down below. I'll hook you up. So I'll see you there or here. We'll find out. Hi. Thank you. Thank you for sticking around with me. I'm having more technical issues, folks, and yeah, my sound audio disappeared again. But we're gonna get through this. So let's get into who Jamie Lynn Marie Spears is. Now, she was born on April 4th, 1991 in Macomb, Missouri. She is married to Jamie Watson. Yeah, there's a lot of Jamies here. They were married in 2014. Well, my hair's sticking up. They have 2 children. There is Maddie Brianne Aldrich. And then she and her husband did have a child together, Ivy Joan Watson. Now, Jamie Lynn is the youngest of 3 siblings. There's Britney Spears and Brian Spears. And their parents, we all pretty familiar with who they are. James Parnell Spears, who also goes by Jamie, and Lynn Spears. Now, there's some interesting things about, I want to point out with the name that, because I think this helps build the understanding who Jamie Lynn is. Jamie has felt like an outsider. When her parents named her brother and sister, they both had the initials BJS. And she doesn't understand why they broke that and called her Jamie Lynn. But I see it as, she's being named after the father and mother. And I think that's actually very, very sweet and endearing. But for someone who, like Jamie, she doesn't see it as such. And she felt as an outcast because of this. And that she wasn't as special. So there are reasons why someone would start feeling this way. We can get into some of this right now. We're going to get into some of the astrology here about Jamie. Jamie's sun sign is an Aries. My rising sign is Aries. It's a fire sign, folks. And when we're dealing with someone like this, they're very ambitious. They're extremely competitive. And they can be naive, idealistic, very headstrong, prideful, quick to temper. And there has been releasing of video clips of Jamie losing her temper. We've seen this. So it's kind of hard for them, when Jamie tries to accuse Britney of losing her temper and going after something, it's kind of like, I don't know. I mean, we saw her go after the paparazzi, but she was pushed to that. She was pushed. So it's kind of like, Jamie, what did you do if Britney lashed out at you? Come on now. What did you do? You know what I'm talking about, folks. Okay, so we have her sun sign, which is Aries, and her moon is Sagittarius, which is a fire sign also, and her rising is Gemini. And Geminis, they have egos. They're an air sign. They are very lively and talkative. They can be funny. So you got this, very extrovert energy coming forth from Jamie Lynn. And I think Britney also has a lot of this extrovertness too, as we're going to go see, which could be part of the reason why sometimes they clash. So Britney's signs, her sun sign is Sagittarius. Sagittarius, fire sign, feisty, creative, very smart. They are loyalty is very important to them. They can be a little tactless and a little irresponsible, but they're very honest. Honesty is very important to them, such as loyalty. And that is something to take in consideration when we kind of have you see how Britney has been, she's been very vocal and open and honest. Um, so you see this pattern that yes, this is who she is, and then she has her moon sign, which is an Aquarius, which we're dealing with a water sign. They're just humanitarians, inventive kind of thing. Now her rising sign is a Libra, and Libras are about balance. They want to have things, they're they can be indecisive, decide, trying to figure out what they want this or that, but they're extremely artistic. They can be a little frivolous, a little spendthrift, but I think that's where Jamie was trying. James the father. When I say Jamie, not Jamie Lynn. There's too many of them. He tried to say Britney's going to waste all her money. She doesn't know how to control her money. Here's the dude who's filing bankruptcy and can't even hold a job. I mean, hello. But he felt he could control things better than Britney. Is so bad. But, preying on someone's weaknesses like that is that's shady. That is manipulative and evil. But we can get into all that. But so you got some of the astrology there. If you like hearing about the astrology, if I can get more information about some of the other people, it's hard to find because you don't always have the exact time of birth. You don't have exactly which city. For some of these true crime stories and different things that I investigate, don't always get all that information, but if I do have it, I do like to share it with y'all. So let's get into a little bit about Jamie Lynn and her own career and her ambitions. Now, Britney Spears was on the Disney Channel. She was a Mouseketeer, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Jamie Lynn, she starred in the Nickelodeon show Zoe 101. Now, she was in the show from 2002 to 2008, and if you kind of know the timeline of Britney with her conservatorship, it all came about in 2008. This year was like, both these women, their lives were shattered, were just shaken. For Jamie, the reason why her show ended while she was only 16 is because she became pregnant. And there was a lot of shame that came with this. And Nickelodeon, and so they're like, nope, we can't have you be in the show and be pregnant. And it's horrible. It's like, you can't pretend that teenage young women are getting pregnant, are not getting pregnant. You can't pretend. They're getting pregnant. They have to support their family. They have to be able to do stuff. And so, taking away her career, I have a lot of issues with this, folks. And I don't want to hear, oh, but she was 16 and irresponsible. Don't give me that shit. Doesn't mean that that person doesn't get a chance to provide for herself or her own child. I think this world is too busy on shaming and crushing people. And we're going to see more of that in this story. And I think some of that is what Jamie has, she's been through, and she's kind of she's pushed back in not always the right way. Now, after taking a break, she did try and get into country music industry, and she was involved from about 2011, 2017. Britney was doing her own thing, she's got her Vegas show, and a lot of attention was being put into Britney Spears and her career, where I think Jamie felt like she wasn't getting the same amount of attention, and she ended up moving to Nashville. And she even performed at the Grand Ole Opry. this all ended though, and it's really sad because I think she went through such a trauma in 2017 that just well, her daughter Maddie, she and her daughter were at their in-laws, and they were outside, and there was an ATV riding, and little Maddie was on an ATV, and there's a pond here on the property, and the ATV flipped and landed upside down in the pond, and Jamie went into a coma. I mean, not Jamie, Maddie went into a coma. And she was in this coma for 2 days. And they didn't know if Maddie was going to be okay or not. Or mentally, there was so much, they were afraid of losing her. This was a real difficult time for Jamie Lynn. As a parent, oh, gosh. So there's when she has tried to start a career, do something, because she is a very talented, beautiful young woman. There have been things that have happened in her life that is kind of taken it away. So kind of, I'm not going to say Jamie's in the right for what she's done, but I do see she has struggled, and I think because she's been into her own struggles, she's not seeing that her sister and others are also dealing with this, and that is some of the characteristics of her being an Aries and Gemini. It's kind of how that works, unfortunately. Now, in 2018, Jamie Lynn made a comeback to Nickelodeon, and with her daughter Maddie, and they competed on the new revised Double Dare show. They didn't win, but hey, they were there. They gave it a try, but that was pretty much seemingly it. The only time we really Jamie Lynn performed was also in 2017. We'll get into it, but what she did comes across as an extreme betrayal to Britney Spears. So let's get into Britney's conservatorship and how it's benefited the family. Now, I've gone into, plenty of readings and stuff about James, the father, and Lynn, the mom, and the money that, there's been some embezzling, folks. I really believe, allegedly, and I think that's coming out as I was watching Emily Baker review some of the new stuff going on in the trial, and I was just like, oh my gosh. Yeah. But we're going to see more and more come out about this. But Jamie Lynn has sworn, and still insists that, my hair. I'm sorry, I keep playing with my hair, but I don't know why that piece is sticking up. I feel like, the kid, the little rascals? Okay, I'll fix that. Sorry, folks. We got derailed there. Woo! Anyway, Jamie Lynn has sworn that she's never ever benefited from this conservatorship. Look at that. You know what? We got to stop. I can't live with this. I'll be right back, folks. Sorry about that. I think I shellacked it down with enough hairspray that it's not as popping up and distracting me. Or you. I'm sure it could distract you too, huh? Yeah. Okay. My wife's in the room. She can't. She's poor thing. I love you. Now, as I'm saying, Jamie Lynn is like in denial here that she's ever benefited. And she's been given opportunities because of the conservatorship. She also, got a penthouse bought for her, a beautiful penthouse condo, and that was not Jamie Lynn's money. That was Britney Spears' money. So it's kind of like, Jamie, do you not understand that you are benefiting? Well, here we are in last year in 2021, and there was this great, we're dealing with the conservatorship with being, possibly being dissolved, and it was dissolved. But all of a sudden, during this time, Jamie Lynn announces that she's releasing her book, Things I Should Have Said. Now, originally this was going to be titled, I Must Confess. And this phrase is from Britney's song, Baby One More Time. And that pissed off fans. It really did. And the reason why this title came out is because in July, Worthy Publishing, a Christian-based imprint of Hatchet Book Group, prematurely posted the details of Jamie Lynn's book on its website, including the title, I Must Confess, Family, Fame, and Figuring It Out, which used the line from, Britney's song, One More Time, Baby, One More Time. And it's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Well, she ended up renaming the book, as we all know, because of the amount of backlash she's gotten. Then, now in the fall, is when the conservatorship was actually finally dissolved. The trial was done. And Jamie Lynn starts promoting her book to pre-order at the same time. And people are like, what? So she then says, well, I'm going to pledge to donate a portion of these proceeds to This Is My Brave, a mental health focused organization. Now, keep in mind that this looks like, oh yeah, I'm trying to, this is a cash grab for myself, but, I'll get some funds to, mental health. She also claimed that the book was not going to be about Britney. It was about her own personal life and her journey and what she's been through. And that's not what we see. The book is very much about Britney, and some of it, Britney Spears has come out saying she's being, Jamie Lynn is lying, exaggerating. They both could be lying, exaggerating things, but we don't, we're not going to get into all that. But, yeah, there was an extreme backlash, again, because, towards This Is My Brave, who they didn't have anything to do with. They were just, told, okay, you're going to get some money. And everyone's like, oh, you don't want money from this shady deal. So, yeah. This organization came out and said, we're deeply sorry, and declined the donations from the sales. Jamie Lynn is just trying to say she's going to donate these funds to someone else, but she's not going to announce who because she doesn't want this to happen again. Yeah. Now, with the book and the name changes, when it was announced that they did change the name of the book, Britney, she kind of shaded this whole rechristening of the memoir on her Instagram, making a joke saying, oh, I think of releasing a book of my own, but I'm having issues coming up with the title. Yeah, that's a little shady, funny. I think it's great Britney has her Instagram back. It cracks me up. I love seeing her personality and the skits that she does with all these different characters and the voices. They're hilarious. It's like I'm getting Britney back, our old Britney. It's fun to see just how her creativity and her just having fun. Just letting her hair loose and just being her. Now, Britney has expressed a lot of feelings of betrayal, and I had mentioned something that happened in 2017. It was the Radio Disney show, and they were going to do this big, huge thing honoring Britney and her career and all her, her life achievement of music. But instead of Britney being able to perform to a medley of all her songs, they had Jamie Lynn perform. And that hurt Britney. And she couldn't believe, Jamie, I wanted to do this, but Jamie Lynn did it anyway and is acting like it shouldn't bother you. I was doing it to honor you. And how can you say you're going to honor someone by doing exactly what they don't want you to do? That's not honoring someone's wishes and giving them on, But yeah, Jamie Lynn, we're finding out, it came real clear when I was watching the recent Good Morning America interview. I watched this interview, and I also saw it while watching through YouTube channel Observe. Great channel, when they break down the body language to make sure things, showing if things are in sync with the words that are coming out. And if, there's a consistency in things, how they emote, how they react. If it's a consistency all the way through, so you could tell that, yeah, okay, they're being honest, kind of vibe you can get. In this interview, oh my gosh, folks, the outfit. Jamie Lynn. She wore an all white suit. And I guess it's supposed to be like, hi, I'm innocent, I'm young, and I'm pure, and you can trust me. With these giant ass, shoulder pads that, it's like, although the 80s want their shoulder pads back. She was like swallowed up. It's like, hello, can we see Jamie Lynn? She's like trying to poke through as it's swallowing up on her. That was the worst. Whoever gave her advice on what to wear or said, yeah, that looks great, Jamie Lynn. You a shady bitch if you told her that was right, because that was bad. But this interview, Jamie Lynn spent so much time avoiding addressing things. When asked directly about the timing of this book coming across as taking advantage of the situation, she refused to answer it. Instead, we get this answer of her saying something along the lines of, I need to get my truth out and get my voice out to be heard for my own mental health. And that's why I've done this. Seriously. And she claimed to not know anything about a conservatory, yet she claims that she did all she did to help out her sister. But she keeps pointing the blame back on Britney. She's saying Britney could have gotten herself out. She says, like, Britney, you could just ask and you would be taken. That isn't what... It's like, well, Britney, you got yourself in that situation anyway, It's bad. The interview was so bad. Once again, backlash. So Jamie Lynn now comes out and says, I'm canceling a book tour. I'm not going to do any more interviews about this book. Now remember, she says, I'm not going to do any more interviews about my book. Okay, we just remember this, because we're going to go back to that in just a few. Now, after this interview, Britney posted to Twitter. Okay, what does Big Sis have to say here? And she says, I know you worked hard for the life you have, and you have done amazing. But I think we both would have to agree to the fact that the family has never been remotely as hard on you as they have been on me. All I know is I love you unconditionally. So go ahead, say whatever you want. It's so tacky for a family to fight publicly like this. You say you love me, yet your loyalty is still with the people that hurt me most. Yeah, this is such a Sagittarius way of coming out and saying something. Yet also the Libra is sticking in here. Because she's trying to balance out, yeah, I'm upset, but I love you, and I want you to know I do see your strengths. I do see you succeeded, but please, can you just realize that I've been through the ringer, man. I've been through hell and back, and things might have been more difficult than you are willing to accept or see for me, what I've been through, what I was robbed of my life for 13 years. She's trying to get that balance in, yet she's got the sass and, not quite, she's kind of tactless. Yet she was like, this is tacky for us to be doing this. Britney's been going back and forth too. she's like, okay. And we talk about loyalty, and once again, that loyalty is important. You are still with those who hurt me. You're siding with them. How can you? If you say you love me and you support me, how can you be with the enemy? That doesn't show loyalty, and that is so important to Britney. That show of loyalty that she is not getting from Jamie Lynn. And Jamie Lynn is very self-centered, very prideful, so she's not going to admit that she could be wrong. It's going to take a lot for her to get to that point where she could admit that she could even be wrong. And we'll get with that because Jamie Lynn did respond on Instagram to Britney's tweeter. Get some, man, I need more coffee. Okay, so this is what Jamie Lynn has to say. I have attempted many times to speak to you directly and handle this privately like sisters should, but you still choose to do everything on a public platform. In the meantime, please stop continuing the narrative that I haven't been there for you or that I'm making things up. I'm happy to share how many times I've reached out to you, supported you, and tried to help you. This is embarrassing and has to stop. I love you. I just, I read that with some sass, but come on, folks. What do you think here? Jamie Lynn basically is like, Britney, just shut up, bitch. Just shut up. I don't care. You think you know everything. You know nothing. But, Jamie's the one who thinks she knows everything. And she really is not. She's only seeing one side. And hasn't been able to step out of her own shoes and her own anger and frustration of what she's been through and the abuse she's been through. You're hearing about her alcoholic father and Lynn having to try and get away, almost getting, trying to get restraining orders and everything. They have not had a very functional, loving family atmosphere. So, and Jamie Lynn could have been afraid that her dad, if she reacted too much, her dad might try and put her in a conservatorship. Who knows? But, just remember here how Jamie's like, no, we shouldn't I handle things privately. We're not going to do this we should do this public platform. And just remember that, and the fact that she was going to not do another interview. Because what happened? January 18th, just a few days after the bad interview, she appears on a podcast, Call Her Daddy, to expose Britney and share private text messages that they had exchanged. Yes, you heard me correctly. You should contact me privately, but here's I'm going to expose that all. I'm going to show everyone your text messages. And I'm going to make this all public, even though she's told her to stop, and she also said she was not going to do any more interviews, but hello. And this podcast did go about her book and well, I do know that Britney fans have been trying to get trending on Twitter to cancel Call Her Daddy the podcast for enabling Jamie Lynn to continue with these lies. Or as they say, lies, alleged lies and stuff. We're dealing with a broken family here, folks. I relate to this so much with my own broken family, with my relationship with my parents and my siblings. It is hard because I used to think we were close and I'd always have them around, and to realize that their own pride is keeping them away from me, that's hurtful. It really is. There is no loyalty here, and so that hurts me a lot. So I get this. I see where Jamie Lynn's coming from, but I'm really curious of what's going to happen. What's going on with Jamie Lynn? What's going to be going on with, the future of her own career? Does she have opportunities? Now, I've already done this reading once, and it didn't record any of the sounds. I'm going to do it again. And I'm hoping to see if things that I saw in that first reading get confirmed, resonate, with each other, and I kind of get things, clearer, because I got some ideas of what's going on, but, we'll find out more further as we get into that reading. So here we go, folks. Welcome back. Hey, everybody. Are you ready for this reading? I am. And I'm hoping everything technically goes smoothly. Please, God. Please. Let's get this. Yeah. I do listen to music while I'm doing the reading. It does help me. Right now, I'm doing a little different, though. I'm listening to a playlist of Britney Spears. It just seemed appropriate. Okay, so are you ready? Let's go. Please remember that this reading is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. You can see, no, there, that way, yeah, that way. There's the sign. Okay. Ooh. Okay, a couple cards popped out here, folks. We have the 5 of coins reversed, as well as the world reversed. This has a lot to do with money. I think, I don't think any of us are really surprised to, see that money seems to have a little bit of a key here. And you're dealing with 5s, and so this could also be more spiritually. She just Jamie is feeling empty and drained. But there's been a major loss of finances for her. I think maybe medical bills and different things, and she's trying to recover from it. And that's why I'm seeing the book is to help recover so much that was lost. And everything's backfiring on her. She's been trying to get closure, but here's the thing. She's taken a shortcut. I think this book was a shortcut instead of doing something else. It's like, I know there's another opportunity that she could have chosen, but I don't blame her for not taking that opportunity. But there's got to be something more. But it's like this book doing this and doing during the time with Britney. Yeah, total shortcut. We got the 2 of Swords here, folks. She is being very indecisive about things, but she's she's avoiding. She wants to avoid all this drama that's going on, how everything's backlash. She wants to avoid any responsibility for the decisions that she has made. She's been making some bad decisions, folks. It's like, I'm not going to take responsibility for it. And it's led to this financial loss, which she then is trying to get rich quick with this book scheme. Yeah. The 6 of Coins reversed. It is the 6 of Pentacles. She has a lot of unpaid debts. Greedy, selfish, not willing to give to others. She doesn't take care of herself. She is so focused on just It's funny. The song that came up is "Gimme More" that I'm listening to. That just, it's like, that's perfect for. She just want gimme, 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 without giving, without own personal sacrifices. Yeah. Seven of Swords reversed. I'm not surprised to see these cards. She is being deceitful to herself. She is keeping secrets, and this is all about imposter syndrome. So yeah, she's trying to play the victim, and because Britney did all this stuff and had the conservatorship, I'm the victim, not Britney. And Britney's just like not having it, as has been very clear. She did do a cease and desist notice on her sister to stop talking about her negatively and spreading lies during this time. Yeah, here's the Hangman reverse. You know, and this card above this is all about indecision, making mistakes, but not, it's like they're stalling. There's stuff that they could have done, but they want an easier way out, and so it's causing delays. There's some kind of delay with something. She needs the money. She wants to do a comeback. And with the conservatorship over, and there's no more money funneling from that way, she had to hurry up and think quick. Knight of Coins, reversed. Knight of Pentacles. This is the opposite of hard work, folks. She is a perfectionist, but she feels stuck, and it's all Britney's fault why she's stuck and not going anywhere. She's tried the TV, children's show, young teen show like Britney, and failed, but that was robbed from her in a way with her pregnancy. She tried to get into the, music career, but not do pop, but do country music, which very, very on brand. But then she had the trauma with Maddie being injured and in a coma. And that derailed a lot, I believe, of her dreams of the music there. She felt like, she wasn't fitting in. It wasn't working out. And yeah. And here's the Page of Swords. This is reversed. This is making hasty decisions. All talk, no work. That's sad. This book is all just smoke screens. She's trying to break out into something else. Oh, the Seven of Wands. See this? She doesn't believe in herself anymore. That breaks my heart. It's like desperate. Here's the Wheel of Fortune, folks, and that karma, she's experiencing karma, but there is going to be something coming up that's going to change things for her life. This might be that turning point, maybe of stepping up, taking responsibility for oneself. I kind of see. Oh, whew. Queen of Swords reversed. This is this is we're dealing. Jamie is she is hot tempered, easily influenced. So her dad can manipulate her easily, and her mom. So she would fall for the lies that they have been telling her about her own sister Britney and why Britney's in this conservatorship. She could be a bit cold-hearted. When it comes to Britney, she is just, and the reason why, I think it has a lot to do with the parents. All right, we have the Page of Cups here, folks. This, I'm glad to see. Over all this indecisiveness and insecurity, when I said there's a turning point, this is Jamie. She's the one who's going to have this turning point. There is hope for this girl. She is creative. She lacks the confidence that she needs. She needs to explore a different avenue. Writing the book wasn't a good different avenue, by the way. She needs to take a chance. Here's the Fool. Once again, we're dealing with a turning point, beginnings, new beginnings. She's going to have something come out. I think she put it on the back burner because it was going to be too much hard work. Yeah. A lot of conflict. 5 of Wands. We're dealing with a lot of fire here. She is so cold, she's been very cold-hearted and cruel, but it's like she's got to come to a point. In order for her to start seeing the other side, she has to stop trying to force others to agree with her and her side. This is about her respecting other people's differences. She needs to back off. She needs to avoid conflict and not instigate it. Yeah, here's the 3 of Wands. And it's right over here with the Page of Cups in her. This is a lot to do with her growth. She needs to stop looking back and look forward. Look ahead. She has a lot of growth to do. Is she going to make the choice to do it? I don't know. It's going to take a huge turning point, something to knock her down in order for her to go, oh, now I can grow. Yeah, as I say knock her down, I pull up the 10 of Pentacles, folks. This is, once again, we're dealing, this is a failure. Financially. Remember I said she was in debt? Yeah, she has not done well with the money. I don't know if it has to do with whatever her husband, the kids, but she's in debt. She's got hidden debt. And it could be from her husband. I'm not sure exactly. This is also about the dark side of having money and wealth. Her being, surrounded all this money, around in homes and cars and everything. She has lost a lot of perspective. And here's the Ace of Coins, and it's reversed. She did have an opportunity, and she lost it. There was an opportunity. She decided not to take it. Too much work. Too vulnerable. Being exposed too much. She didn't think ahead, though, about what would happen when she released this book. And I get 2 cards stuck together. The 10 of Cups, folks, reversed over here. Um, broken family, shattered dreams, lots of arguing. And it's the arguing with Britney and her own parents. These girls need to just break free of this whole, the parents just get out of their lives. These people are leeches. Yeah. The Nine of Swords. Um, she's afraid. She is really wary of this, of trying something out. She's scared. She really is. She is very much afraid of secrets. There are secrets. Side of her, the dark side of her that she doesn't want people to see. She doesn't want to be judged. Here's the judgment card in reverse. She just, yeah, she's ignoring an opportunity, a call, someone calling out to her saying, "Hey, I have this for you. Let's try this." She's like ignoring it. She's hesitant. She saw how Britney got broken down. I think she's afraid. And anytime she has tried to achieve something big, it's like, gut-wrenching loss. For pregnancy, lost her show, but she does have her adorable daughter Maddie. Maddie almost dies in an accident on ATV, and that pretty much looks like the end of her country music career. So yeah, we got the Five of Swords reversed now. This is about looking at all these past resentments and actually trying to make amends, reconciling with others. She has a lot to rebuild and redo. I think Britney is going to be open to it. Britney wants to have that little sister connection, being like, we both have been broken and hurt. It doesn't need to be a competition. Jamie Lynn will have to let go of her pride, and yeah, pull up the Empress reversed. I mean, she is dependent on others. She has, depended on everyone else to make her career, to make the choices for her. Even with her own home, it wasn't even bought with her own money. She's become too reliant, and this reliance, she's got a complete block in creativity. It's like she wants to do something, she's avoiding one thing, and it could be because just feels blocked, like it's not going to come out. But here's the Eight of Wands, and this is beautiful for her, because it's right over where all these things appear with the change, taking a stance. She has to make a decision, and she's going to have to make it quick. She's got to jump on it, because if she doesn't, it's just going to dissolve. She needs to stop procrastinating, because it's coming in. There's going to be something's going to come out. And here, yeah, the Knight of Wands. She's going to learn how not to be afraid anymore, and put her foot down and overcome things. Yeah, her passion is going to be recharged. Justice reversed. I see the Libra and Britney here. But what we're going to see when it comes to the justice being reversed, this is about a person, lack of accountability, someone hiding secrets, someone feeling that everything is unfair. And that's what's holding her back. I don't know if we're going to get much more from this deck. I think, honestly, there's been like a reality show possibility, TV opportunity. She doesn't want to expose her family, doesn't want to be a circus. Funny, that's the song Circus that just popped on, too. This is on a shuffle, so I don't know the order, so it's real interesting how this music is coinciding perfectly. She wants to find peace and an easier way to make money. All right, so now I'm going to pull up another deck that I do like to use, the Letterman deck. And I'm using my fairy version, which was a Christmas present from my wifey. I love this beautiful deck. Let's see here. Are we going to see some reconciliation? Has Jamie's career going to finally pick up? Is there going to be a collaboration of sisters? Okay, so it's the number 19. It is the 6 of spades. And you can see a tower. Right? Gotta see what's going to go next to that. Who is the tower here? This card popped. Oh. This is star number 13, and it is, I think, the Knight of Spades, if I recall correctly. This is a child. Being childlike. Beginnings. There's like one person who's like more authoritative, and then you got this childlike. Just thought of Maddie. Oh, 2. This is good. This is to do with luck and opportunities. And I think, I don't know, Maddie keeps popping up. Maybe there's an opportunity for Maddie, and Jamie's hesitant of that. She doesn't want Maddie to go through this whole being a child star and everything that she had suffered through. Yeah, here's 21, and you see the mountains. Aren't these cards beautiful? Yeah, she's resistant to she's protecting Maddie. Thing is, I think Jamie needs to know she can help. She doesn't have to repeat the cycle of what James and Lynn have done. Just because she has their name doesn't mean she is them or has to be like them. She can take what she has learned of what not to do parenting and, she will see more clearly. This is the clouds. This was 6, the clouds. You got the mountain and the clouds. There's so many obstacles. And that's a lot of her own doing, unfortunately. Let's see here. Okay, and then we have number 14, the fox. I don't like the fox. This could either mean that she's going to have work and employment, but it also means that there's somebody who could be trying to be deceptive. We know that her work opportunities, I would say James, the father, has been very deceptive and given promises that have not come through. there's been a lot of letdown. And this is number 5, and we're looking at a tree. This is to do with the family and heredity. Maddie has inherited stuff from Jamie, these gifts, and this also means there can be growth. Yeah, I didn't expect to see Maddie pop up. That's like, interesting. All right, and here is 12. And you see here, it's the birds. This is about a phone call. There's gossip, there's chatter. There's got a lot of gossip. Yeah, we all know about Britney and Jamie. But there's going to be a phone call. There's been a phone call, I bet. I really believe, about this opportunity. And well, 18, we have the dog. Loyal, trustworthy. She has to trust her sister. Britney is loyal to Jamie. And I think that's why she feels so hurt and betrayed. I think these sisters are going to be working together. I think Maddie's going to have something to do with some of this. I think Jamie needs to take the risk, take some chances. She has a lot of healing to go through. Both these girls do. Hopefully that they can mend their relationship and just be able to love and support one another, because they've both been through a lot of the same trauma in this family growing up. All right, so we're done with that. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. I'd love to see what your thoughts are, your opinions. Just comment down below. A lot of you are watching this and not subscribing, so please subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button. Let me know if you like this or not. Comment down below with ideas for other readings that you'd like to see me do, with other kinds. I am there for you, and I love to hear your ideas, and I love to talk about this reading and about the Spears family down below in the comments. I'll definitely enjoy engaging with y'all. I love you guys. Remember, please be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Bye.